feel like we've seen this playbook several times. Big sell off first thing. Right. Yeah, with our discussion, about credit spreads and zero DTE, I never do them on FOMC days because you don't get any theta decay. In fact, because implied volatility is offsetting and going up throughout the day until around 2:30, and then it just collapses after J Powell speaks.
Sorry, YouTube should be fixed now. Sorry, YouTube should be fixed now. Sorry, YouTube should be fixed now. Would be good to see a short here. Feel free. New 5-minute candle.
Flush, dang it, flush.
It wants to. There's a 10-point trim. Finally. Gee whiz. Hard stop loss break even. Excuse me. Sorry about the cough. It doesn't seem like it's going to go away. So. All right, closing the rest of NQ here.
I'm not getting greedy on a day like today, Jess. I got what I needed for the morning.
All right, man.
I appreciate you like always, boss.
Yes, sir. Avoid
God.
that news today.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, I wasn't even planning on getting on, and if I did, I was just going to trade a couple of micros. So I just cut my position size in half this morning and just grabbed a little bit of movement. That's all I needed.
I hear you.
But you gonna be on tomorrow?
Yep, tomorrow morning.
All right, boss. Well, I'll catch everybody tomorrow. Good luck.
All right, man. Have a good day, man.
Later. You too.
Literally right back into this zone. If I had half a mind to not trade this morning, obviously grab 10 points. But if I sense some chop, I'm dipping out. Especially now that I'm green. Well, I'm going to put on some Christmas music.
There you go. Get some
12 redneck days of Christmas. No, but I'm about to listen to it. The annoying thing is this setup looks good for a short, but but then I look at this and I wonder how far it's going to go down. I'm thinking that I will give it until 10:30 to break out of this range, and if it doesn't, then I'm not going to trade it. Actually, I did this test a couple of times. Oh, what's even worse is we have FOMC economic projections, which is a quarterly update. Last one was September 2023. At least there we had a good move. So far, price looks very different than where I'm sitting right now. But obviously, the move came after FOMC. But notice here, you're able to, the real move doesn't start until 3, right? I bet tons of people blew their accounts in these 2 candles here, 2:30 and 2:45. And then 3 o'clock, if you just wait until 3, it'll be a better trade. Man, where is it? Yeah. Next one was June 14th. Yeah, that's what I've noticed too. This is more like what I'm used to seeing. Even this wasn't that bad. 22nd. This is more like it. Try a December. Yep, that's the next one. December 14th. Yeah, it doesn't even show. I'll have to go to the hourly. No, I don't think so. I like trading more. I have traded it in the past, but I don't think I want to. Yeah, here's a December one. There's your opening range. Ends up being about 120 points. Excuse me. All given back and after FOMC. It's just not much there, and look where we're at now. Abina said, does it look like it's in a rising wedge? So, Abina, first thing, the reason why I hate trend line indicators and things is because you're, and this is not saying like you're the only one who does this, but the fact that you had to ask other people if they're seeing what you're seeing means that it's subjective. And that's why I hate trendline indicators. But no, I don't see a wedge at all. I see a broadening formation. Not the best one, but this is a little better. Mario said, I am big on gut feeling, and it seems like your mind is already going towards not trading. Although I am thinking that way also. I always regret watching it once my gut tells me to stop. Yep, same here. Might be best to stop. Yeah, I've that's the reason I gave it a strict rule set here. It has 20 minutes to break out, and if it doesn't, then I'm gone. I think it's just retracing into these fair value gaps. But like the average candle right now is 6 points wide. Need better than that, Rick and Bobby. Actually, don't know where that quote's from. Like yesterday, a 1 minute candle was 13. I haven't, but I've heard that phrase a lot. But yeah, look at all those. Even in the chop of yesterday, an average candle was twice as big as today's. I'm glad I took out some profit at least. Mario said, "What, you have not seen Talladega Nights? Watch it one of the nights you're up with the baby. It's one of the Ferrell movies I can stomach." Oh, you don't like Will Ferrell? Will Ferrell's in Anchorman. I'm pretty sure he's in Anchorman. That's a great TV or a great movie. Oh, the elf, really?
And she rolls her eyes whenever I wear it, but she will not watch anything Will Ferrell either. Yeah.
That's a crime. Oh, Mario said he hates Anchorman. You definitely have. I bet you hate Monty Python and the Holy Grail too. Just a guess. Oh, you love Monty Python? When I was in high school, well, junior high and high school, for some reason, Monty Python got all across my youth group, and the older kids would quote it all the time. So of course I watched it and learned all the quotes, and quoted it for pretty much 5 years of my life.
What is the wingspan of it? I'm not even going to go there, man. I'll let you do the quotes. I'm not as good as probably you, but
yeah, red, no blue. My favorite is 1, 2, 5. No, 3, sir. 3. When they're throwing a grenade. Oh man, so many good quotes, but my wife won't watch that with me. Even the opening scene is iconic. Perry said, "Hi Jesse, brand new. Just curious what your other indicators are on the 5-minute chart. Do you use different set?" Nope, I don't. I think you're probably seeing where this said 6 maybe. I was messing around with Renko. I saw somebody else using it as like a trend indicator, but I didn't find anything great on Trading View that showed it over my candles, so I just have it hidden. But no, my go-to right now is Expo Toolkit, and then I do Nephew Sam, break a structure, and change a character. That just keeps me, following price, and it's less subjectivity than me drawing a line for every break a structure, change a character. And then I have, I think, the 14 EMA here and the VWAP. The 14 EMA is kind of a heat map, so you see how this is like flatlined almost. Same here. But then I go to yesterday and it's not flatlined. It'll kind of keep me out of trades when it's choppy. So AKA right now. And then VWAP, because it's just good to have on the chart. Price will respect VWAP. I don't know if it's a self-fulfilling prophecy or if there's a reason for it. I never really got into VWAP that much. But like you can see here, even at 9:30, we broke under it barely, but rejected up. And then today, we just now at 10:08 rejected off of it. We rejected off of it at 7:27, and sometimes it'll work. It's just added confluence. It's definitely not an entry indicator. But no, I use that set for all my day trading. When I'm doing options, I will add in Bollinger Bands. This is PG Bollinger Bands. And basically it's just a 1 and a 2 standard deviation. And it creates 2 bands. And the bands will tell me if it's outside the bands, it's chopping. AKA right here. Right here. Not sure why it's not there, but we'll add that. So when it's in the Bollinger Band and there's a strat set up on options, then I'd love to take them. But if it's outside, it kind of keeps me level-headed and saying, hey, dummy, it's not moving. So keeps me out of trouble there. And then this is my forex one, which is pretty much the same. I did tinker with like an ICT esque indicator, a paid one from Sonar Labs, but I didn't end up. I paid for the quarterly and I haven't used it much. But. For options, are those 0 DTEs or longer trades? Mostly I trade 0 DTEs or weekly cons. I will get back into swinging again after probably this, maybe, I don't know if I want to open any new trades next week, but so it might be after the new year. But I took a little bit of a break after my son was born, and then never got back into it because we've been looking forward to FOMC, meaning not like excited for it, but we're not moving because of FOMC, or at least I didn't think we would. But looked like on the options indicators you were using Strat Assist. Oh, yeah, it's possible. So my Expo toolkit, yeah, Strat Assistant, just to number the candles. So the reason is because my Expo toolkit has Strat Assistant in it. It has Nephew Sam's Fair Value Gap, it has Fibonacci's, and it has there's another one, VWAP built into it. And they're all free indicators. I just had a developer compile them into one, so you can load up that one indicator and not have four essentially. So it's for mostly for people who don't pay for TradingView Premium. But it is the same indicator. Strat Assistant just numbers the candles, and technically I could turn it off and see every 2, 1, 3 or 1, 2, 3. I don't know why I said it in that order, but this just is obviously way quicker. And he said, "Congrats on the kiddo." Thank you. He's about a month, or he is over a month old now. Wow. And doing great. So definitely, yeah. And I'm awake. Yeah, it's a miracle.
And he sleeps through the night, right?
I wish.
Yeah, that day will come though. Don't worry.
Yeah, I don't wake up at night much, because I take the baby after I'm done working, and then I let her sleep for as long as she wants. So we kind of have a system down. But.
Yeah, I'm here whenever you want. I'm sleeping through the night, bro.
Yeah, he gives usually one long hour stretch at the start of the night from like 10 to 2, and then he'll wake up every couple hours. How do you do the Bollinger Bands on stocks? I don't know if this is public. It's Paper Gains Bollinger Bands. Let me see if it is.
Are those the IV bands?
Yeah, are those public?
Yes. It's
Okay.
I tried searching it before. I forget how I.
It should be in his scripts, right?
Yeah, or like I would add it, and then it didn't it didn't show up. It was, I don't know. It was very good. I think I'm just a little slow on the uptick.
Gotcha.
It took me forever to get it to actually stay in my favorites to be able to use it. But I guess that's doing things on your phone instead of your computer, probably, because I would open it in Safari and then go to edit, right, and then when I would open the TradingView app, it wouldn't be there.
Weird.
So
Yeah.
I think if you're on your computer though, I think you can find it easier.
Yeah, I just uploaded it in the chat, and you can
find it easier.
go onto there and go scroll down and hit add to favorite indicators, and then it should work. And I think I just have it set to standard. But you can also just make your own Bollinger Bands, 20 length, 2 standard deviation, and have one be a 1 standard deviation. That's the what the cloud is.
From my understanding, that's what is it most pertinent on the hourly for IV option
Right.
banding tracting.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool.
Perry, again, as a total newbie, where would you recommend I start to get up to speed on your general approach, method, indicators, day trading options? Is there a recommended sequence to study? You can get all of my content on my YouTube. I would probably go from most recent, probably. Here, let me look at my YouTube.
Yeah, and I think you had started a playlist on like A to Z, or if people
Mhm.
are just new to your channel. I don't know if you still have that or not.
Let's see. I have Trading A to Z, which is 14 videos. I should probably add to this.
I guess Teaching Tuesday will replace a lot of that, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it'll just update. I don't know if it'll replace, because some of the, like, my intro to candles, I did a 14-minute long video on just candles, and I never want to make a video like that again. That was torturous. Yeah, Perry, I have a playlist on my YouTube that is Trading A to Z. I will add some videos to it. If you watch that, it should give you to should get you pretty close up to speed. The most important videos are the how I used hashtag the strat. It's a 20-minute long video from a year ago. Smart money concepts is a good one. How I use fibs. Those 3 are pretty important. Supply demand support and resistance from a year ago is also a good one. And then my most recent ones in the last 6 months, I have why support and resistance doesn't work. So talking about liquidity grabs. And then,
I love that.
How to read it. Where we started teaching Tuesdays, where on Tuesdays I'll record a video and go over a brand new topic each Tuesday. And so we're on our second week. We'll do one Tuesday and then take a break off, obviously, because of the day after Christmas, and then start back up after the new year. Hopefully I can get ahead of myself, or ahead of the content. Thank you. I found the list. I will get busy studying. Curious if ES is just as viable for day trading as NQ. Absolutely. Absolutely. NQ is a roller coaster sometimes, and ES is more like you driving on a highway. ES is very even keel, I would say. Like if I look at the ES chart here, it's much more structured. I like it more. It just doesn't offer as much volatility. So that's why, and I've kind of just made my mark on NQ lately. So sometimes I'll switch to ES because yeah. Is the strat very effective for 7 DTE trades on ES? 7? Well, the strat, the strat works on any time frame, but obviously the lower you go, the less probability it is that it'll catch the trend. So, like, if you look at a hourly chart if I pull up ES on the hour, right, and you took let's say you took this 2-2 reversal and did a 7 DTE, then it would work. You'd probably capture, I don't know, 10-20% at least here, maybe 30-40%. Then if you go wider, then you just have to adjust for that. Have you ever made videos explaining how to the strat specifically for shorter or longer term? No, because the strat isn't reliant. It doesn't change depending on which options you're buying. The setups are going to be the same on whatever time frame chart you're looking at. The only thing that changes is what time frame you need to look at for how long until expiration of your contract is. For example, if I'm looking at a leap contract, if I want to take, I remember looking, a stratter I have been around was looking at UPS, was it FedEx? I thought it was like $400. But anyway, they were looking at UPS for like a year to enter in short. And they were in short for a long time. And so when you're looking at that high of a time frame, the strat doesn't change, right? This 2-2 reversal, or sorry, this 3-2 reversal here is the same entry as if this was a 5-minute chart. And it would be the same rules as if it were a 5-minute chart. And the only thing that changes is what time frame you need to look at for how far dated your contracts are. For example, I remember I was in, let me actually pull up my swing channel, because I was on a heater before I took a break. Let's find McDonald's. McDonald's on 10:30. So Monday. So I got in McDonald's on a 2-2 reversal here. It was a 2-2-1-2 on the weekly. That was the entry alert. So whether or not, first of all, let me get rid of this. So whether or not I am entering on a 5-minute or a 15, my stops and all that should be the same. So stops below this candle. Now, how this candle formed is it probably wicked below, went 2, and then came back up and was a failed 2 down, ended up outside. So I took it there on the 30th on that candle, and then obviously captured a big chunk. And then my targets were here at 271, here at 280, and then last target was here at 285. I got the 270, 280 calls for December 15th, so they would expire today. And had I held them all the way until now, I got in at 1.8, and they are worth 10 right now, because that's the difference in delta and the spread. If they expired worthless, I would get $10 per contract, or $1,000 per contract when I sold it. So hopefully that helps. Well, helpful example. I usually sell credit spreads. Jason, that's your arena. Rather than buying puts and calls. Just curious how this strat might be used for selling premium. Yeah, Jason actually is in the same boat as you. He's adding the strat to his repertoire.
Yep.
And he also sells, or has vast experience selling options. I do not. I am usually on the side of Delta and Delta ramp up. And I will I'm okay with Theta going against me. I'm looking to start adding credit spreads to my repertoire after probably the new year. But the main thing is I just need to look into IV, because you're really in spreads and swings, your IV is the most important piece. You want to take advantage of Theta, but if IV is counteracting that, then it's better to be in a delta positive trade, such as a debit spread. And Jason said, how far out do you normally buy long options? 3 to 4 months out. So the delta that I choose is normally dependent on my price targets. For example, like this McDonald's swing, which was a 2-1-2 up on the week, and then had a daily trigger as well. This was target, the 262 was the first stop per se, or actually, it's this 262.56. And if I were buying a weekly contract, that's the one I would buy. If I'm swinging, I'm looking at higher price targets and saying, okay, I want this to be in the money by expiration. So that's why I did the 270-280.
So you're buying out of the money long options then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I want that delta ramp up. The sweet nectar.
Very, very well.
The convexity of options.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I love them. Like, no, buy out the money, in the money. I'm like, okay, so they decay faster and you're putting up a ton more capital. Great.
Yeah.
Like, sure.
Yeah. I want to do more at the money credit spreads in the future. But that is a future endeavor. Let's see those. That 270, 280 call right now would cost you 23.50 to buy. Oh wait, no, I lied. It would cost you 9.98 to buy. So anyway, that's why when I'm swing trading, it is 100% the strat. There is no ICT or fair value gaps. I don't care about that. Mostly because every day is going to have a fair value gap. That's because of the gaps. So, but yeah, you are welcome for the response. Hope it helped. Here we are at 1034 inside that range I said. But so I'm not going to trade, but if you have questions, we can. Possible head and shoulders forming on the 5-minute. Maybe. Maybe. But here's what I would say. Are you willing to take a loss on this price action? Is this price action clean enough for you to take a loss on? For me, the answer is no. I think that sometimes, most times, traders get...
Anyone
What's that?
trades just Yellen just started speaking, so we might get a little movement.
Yeah. What I was saying is, I think that most times, a lot of traders, especially ones who are newer to making money, think that every time you enter a trade, you're already almost guaranteeing yourself to win. Rather than there's a book I haven't fully read, but called Trading in the Zone, where you will be most at peace when you've accepted that the trade that you put on could be a loss. And for me, I cannot put a trade on here after seeing this price action, especially on the 15-minute, and be okay taking the loss because I know that there's no trend yet. Definitely not on the 15. If you want to get uber picky, we haven't closed outside of a 19-point range in an hour and 15 minutes. So, but thank you for that call out, Nick. Somebody is speaking. Netflix on the 15. Oh boy. Those are some big candles.
A lot of people watching Netflix this holiday season, I guess.
Yeah. AMD is just one of my favorite stocks just because when I was learning to trade, it's the stock I traded the most. My long-term average was $69. But that has since gone up.
What do you mean it was? Have you sold any shares?
No, I bought.
Oh, so whenever you sell, you trim, just make sure you change your tax lot to last in, first out. Keep that average down. And depending on the you'll pay less in taxes too.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm still holding. I don't know if it's a long term. I'm targeting the 170s.
I love
Nick,
it.
you can't do that if you've already bought the shares. That's only for future ads, right? To change it to LIFO.
That I have not double. I just know when I opened my account, I just had that set automatically as my default. I'm not sure. I think if you change it, it should up, like whatever shares you bought most recently would be sold first. I believe, but
Right.
that's what I use TD. I would call and I'm saying confirm that with them.
Yeah. It's a lot easier TD than Tasty. I've been trying to do a Tasty. You have to do it manually every time.
See how the tilt's looking. Mostly long.
Order filled. Order filled.
Well, me personally, I don't see us just dropping unless PayPal comes out and is super hawkish.
Yeah. We might go to all-time highs today.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. If he's just in the slightest, I think you're right.
There's a world.
I think we have the interesting, the whole. They're non-political, right? But election year is coming.
Yeah.
On one end of it. On the other end of it, obviously, the bond yields have undone all the tightening that was being done for him.
Yeah.
The last month. So I don't know. I think he might just be neutral.
KK asked Jesse, whenever you trade options during the day, do you usually do zero DTEs? If it's an ETF, always. So SPY or QQQ. I'm always doing the closest expiration just to take advantage of volatility. So if it's an Apple option, then I'm doing the closest Friday. Yes, Jason, that trading in the zone is Max Douglas. I'm going to scalp along here.
I jumped in RTY, the laggard.
Yeah. And at 37.50, go 10 points. As you can tell, I'm not super loving the price action, but I think there's a good risk to reward here. Outside bar on the 15 is the main catalyst here for me. Mm-mm-mm. All right, might close this one at break even. Minute 14 on this 15-minute candle. Might be better for me to wait for the 2 up. See what we do here on the candle close. Would like to see a strong close on the 15 and immediately go 2 up. Back at entry. I do like this 5-minute close. More the 1 minute too.
And Janet Yellen said, "No reason investors to feel nervous about U.S. debt."
Mm. So then shoot us up, Yellen.
Order filled.
All right, that closed. It's probably just a wick, which I talked about yesterday of not getting psyched out. But my intuition is saying this fair value gap on the one's getting respected. And really not enjoying my time watching this. Yeah, I probably just psyched myself out. It's going to hit 10 points. But it's funny, it's taken 6 candles to get there. Yeah, that stinks. There's a huge resting order sitting at 50. It's 104 lots now. And to put that in perspective, the lots sitting at, let's go 45 flat is 14 right now. Expo 1 o'clock would be the best to trade today. Yeah, if you're Pacific, aka that being the end of the market day. I would not trade today if I were questioning when the best time was, and especially not at 1 o'clock. Best time is going to be 3 o'clock, I think. But that's the second best time. The first best time would be not trading. Perry, I am adding more videos to that playlist for you. One for everybody, but I have a video called My Trading Strategy from a class on July 24th. It's unlisted.
For that question to be answered, what's your YouTube channel? It is Expo Lagging Indicators taking advantage.
Yeah, tomorrow should be fun. We'll have FOMC behind us, and I think the only thing on the docket is jobless claims at 8:30.
Mm-hmm. Deontay said, "I'm asking because price ain't moving. It's killing contracts." Yeah, that's if you're in options, absolutely. Yeah, I said at 10:08 this morning, not planning on trading options today. Not welcoming theta into my life this morning.
Chart candles, hollow candles, line, area, baseline, Hakanashi, Renko, etc., etc. So why do I use candlesticks? Simply put, when I'm looking at a chart, they tell a story. Within seconds of looking at the chart, I can see by looking at a candlestick
Right.
where price started and ended, the open and close, where price rejected, which would be a candle wick.
Perry, I have updated that playlist. I've added everything that I think is relevant that I have.
It's going to be a little bit blurry. I just took this off of Google, but this is the basic anatomy of a candle.
And I ordered it to date published oldest first. So hopefully the newer ones are just reworded and maybe click.
So the open candle is going to be right here.
Yeah, you're welcome. Mario, did you say an analyst in your channel does selling options? I love selling options for long-term, larger account growth. I feed all profits into my selling account and make an easy 3 to 5% a month on futures. Much better than a mutual fund or ETF. Jason in the server, he's a member. He does selling. Has experience selling options.
Yeah, I mostly do 0DTE, so I'm doing like day trading. I have done longer term, but if I'm gonna do longer term, I normally sell cover calls and sell puts and things like that.
Yeah, I don't do that in my long term. I will eventually when I am able to sit down and tinker with it. It's not something I've learned the ins and out of, so I would definitely be looking to add that in the future.
So open, if the close is higher than the open, it's a green candle, and the space between the open and close is going to be the body wick, or the body, sorry, not the wick.
My one of my biggest flaws, I guess, as a trader is I'm a perma bull at heart, so I like to be net long a lot of the time.
That's funny because I'm a perma bear and I'm trying to get over that and
Are
become a
you?
perma bull. Well, it's just because of this huge run up we've had. I'm like, where's the dip? Where's the dip? We haven't gotten it, you know.
Listen, us perma bears, it's a matter of current situation. We'll have our opportunity to go long heavy eventually.
I get it. No, I was in a trading group with a girl, and she made a lot of money, but she only did bear trades, and
Really?
she kind of rubbed off on me. Yeah, I don't know how she did it, but she just always just saw bearish plays more than bullish plays. So
I mean, like some things are pretty obvious, but also I feel like sometimes you have to be like, I mean, that's all like sizing, right? You know, like I shorted Clove at like 50 cents from its high.
Yeah.
And I went, I went heavy, but I also scaled and trimmed out, like pretty quickly. And, like I left a lot on the table. But, like obviously, I also could have been dumb and jumped in front of AMC, like.
Order filled.
So I think that's just, knowing not to overstay your welcome.
yeah, I've lost a lot of money trying to catch falling knives or stepping in front of a bearish train and hoping for a bullish bounce. And as they say, the market takes the elevator down and the escalator up. So
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's also like for me, I'm learning and loving like the strat setups for the reversals and stuff. Like if I'm gonna try and catch a falling knife, usually it'll be, taking like a 2-on-2
Right.
reversal. Like all right, like there's sign, there's at least a signal, so to speak. As opposed to like you look at Pfizer and it's like every candle has been just down, 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 down.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it! I didn't take oil along. Damn it.
You been outside, buddy?
Order filled.
Perry, I do use Thinkorswim, but I do not use Active Trader. I don't have, definitely not. I don't trade on Thinkorswim for futures, but I do for options, and I don't use Active Trader. Maybe one day, but right now I don't take trades that I need to be that fast with. Generally, I'm setting limit orders when I'm trimming as well. So, any recommendations on trading platforms for futures? My best non-financial advice would be to watch my video on prop firms and be with a prop firm, not trade your own money. So I have a video going through all of what is a prop firm if you don't know what that is, and they have tons of platforms. I like Tradeovate and Ninja Trader. Both of those are very good, depending on just what you have experience with. If you don't have experience with any, I think Tradeovate's probably easier to set up and get going. But I also use Ninja Trader. And then Top Step has their Top Step X platform, which is quickly becoming my favorite.
it's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, it's really nice. I wish I could move my other accounts over, but hopefully in the future.
Now, if you get on it, like because you've been on the waiting list, they just automatically give you a 50 grand account.
Yeah, it's a free trial. It's not even a trial. Like I passed it and got it funded.
Wow.
But yeah, they give you a 50K, at least because you're part of the beta testing. But yeah, I'll need.
I'll be real curious to see how they. I'm going to be curious how they tie the accounts, like Tradeovate does and Ninja Trader.
They said that it will copy trade. I have not looked at how, and you can't have more than one account right now, so I don't know if it's even like a thing they've shown how to do. But yeah, I'm really liking it. It's a beautiful platform, and it's web based too, so you won't ever have an issue with updates or anything like that. So. Alrighty. Well, NQ's still in that zone. I'm going to call it here today. Probably not going to be around for FOMC. Going to hopefully purposefully avoid that. And yeah, if you are going to trade FOMC, please do me a favor. Do not trade the first 30 minutes of it. At least the first 15 minutes. It's just, nobody can convince me that you know where price is going in the first 15 minutes, because price doesn't even know. So please be safe. Don't blow your accounts. Please be able to see me tomorrow. If you do trade safe, trade smaller, size into a position. If you want to size up, don't just go in max lots at the first trade. So trade safe, treat it like a job, not a casino. And I'll see you all here tomorrow. Alrighty. Have a good one, guys.